Identify this chord, its inversion, and how it functions in the key of B minor. So here's what's written from low to high. Okay, and the notes written here are B, E, G, and then on top we have another E. So in this case the E is doubled, so we don't need to worry about the second E, it's just at the octave, it's the same note. So we just have to deal with these three notes here, an E, a G, and then a B. So what we need to do to figure out the chord is stack the notes into ascending thirds, and that means you just skip every other letter name. So in this case, the best solution is to label E as the root, G is the third of the chord, and then B is the fifth of the chord. We're skipping every other letter name. And if it was some type of G chord, if G was the root, then we would have G, B, which we have, and then also with D, which we don't have. And then if it was some kind of B chord, it would be B, D, and then some type of F. We don't have that either. We don't have all of those notes. So in this case, the best answer here is to label E as the root, and we have all three notes, E, G, and B, some kind of E chord. Now to figure out the quality of the chord, we want to look at the intervals between the notes. E up to G is a total of 3 half steps. That's the recipe for a minor third. And then G up to B is 4 half steps. That's the recipe for a major third. So minor third plus major third, that is the formula for a minor chord. So the chord written here is an E minor chord. And then the inversion has to do with the lowest sounding note. In this case, the note is a B. So here's how it works. If an E was down in the bass, the lowest sounding note, that chord would be in root position because it's an E minor chord. If the G was down in the bass, this would be in first inversion because G is the third of the chord. In this case, the B is the fifth of the chord. Down in the bass, that means this chord is written in second inversion. That's the answer for the inversion. Now finally, how would it function in the key of B minor? If you know your B minor scale, the note E is the 4th scale degree. And so in this case, this E minor chord here in second inversion would be functioning as the 4 chord in the key of B minor. Hope that all makes sense. I'll see you next time.